So Megyn Kelly has exposed herself as a coward, as a spineless coward in this shitstorm that is happening between TPUSA, Erica Kirk, and of course Candace Owens. And it was this clip that we needed to analyze to understand that Megyn Kelly wants to present herself like she is this, this God anointed force who is the one arranging these meetings between Erica Kirk and Candace Owens. She's broken peace. She's the broker of this peace deal. And at the same time saying that she has only grown closer to Candace Owens in the past couple months. Not my words, but hers. So I need to play this video first. This is a very, 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 very quick.
So in any event, Candace knows I disagree with her on this. Petty internet people want to turn that into a cat fight between Candace and yours truly, which will fail. She and I actually have only gotten closer over the past couple of months as people try to make me attack her. So fuck off.
All right, so fair game. You have decided to get closer to Candace. All right, that is your prerogative. That is your decision. Nobody is forcing to do anything that you don't want. But there's a problem, in which is that you cannot have your cake and eat it too. And in this case, maybe we say in Spanish, no puedes estar con Dios y con el diablo. You cannot be with God and with the devil at the same time. And you cannot claim that you love Erica Kirk and you love the TPUSA guys and at the same time not do something about that. And this is a clip that she was, in which she was presenting herself as the broker of this peace deal. We're going to watch the clip and I'm going to explain to you with the timeline why Megyn Kelly is a hypocrite. Let's go.
Many of my viewers have been wondering why I haven't said anything given my previous statements about Erica. And the reason is that I have been working behind the scenes to try to foster a détente between them.
Okay, fair enough. That would be great. I thought that was just awesome. I was watching this clip, reacting to that. Okay, that makes sense.
Erica called me weeks ago.
That is important. Erica called me weeks ago. When we analyze this clip, that's going to be one of the most important clues. She just said that. Erica called me weeks ago.
And asked me if I would be part of this sit down with them, which originally they had contemplated might be for consumption by the public.
Okay, notice that she said the words, they contemplated. Who is they? I guess she was talking about Erica and Candace, both of them. They were contemplated this to be for public consumption. That's what I thought. But then she says this.
My heir in some way, shape, or form, and asked if I would facilitate that meeting between the two of them. And I said yes immediately. Of course I would. I reached out to Candace.
Then she reaches out to Candace. So I guess that what she has been addressing right now is the conversation between her and Erica. Okay, there's a bit of a confusion in here. I thought that you said that she's talking about Erica, only with Erica now. Then she reaches out to Candace, as she just said.
She said, absolutely, I'm thrilled it's you. I'm in. And the two of them took it from there, trying to negotiate the specifics of what they'd both be comfortable with, where, when, etc. And eventually, it changed after they hit some roadblocks.
It changed after they hit some roadblocks. That is going to be important as well.
Again, that's for someone else to tell you about if they so choose. I understand my core audience knows who I am and would never have assumed the worst about me, that I was just abandoning Erica or getting ready to pounce on Candace and, insert myself into this on one side. I'm not getting ready to do that.
So she's not ready to do that. She's not ready to pick a side. That is also a choice, I guess.
I don't want that. I don't think that's God's role for me here. I really fully believe God's role for me here is to possibly play a role in getting this whole thing to a better place. I think I might be in a position to help construct that. Maybe not. But sitting here in my studio in Connecticut, just slinging mud at one side or the other, or tearing people down, or, expressing my disgust, my outrage, that is pointless here. My goal and my job here, I think, is to try to understand, yes, where Candace is coming from on this. I know you're not supposed to say it. You're supposed to just immediately condemn her. But I love the Turning Point guys, and I don't believe for 1 second any of them had anything to do with Charlie's murder. Not for 1 second.
I love the Turning Point guys, and I don't believe for a second that they had anything to do with the murder of Charlie Kirk. That is the critical part of all this. Let's watch the rest of the video so we can address what she says.
Do I believe that? So people who care about Candace and love Erica have been in a tough position as this whole thing has escalated.
By the way, I don't know what part of the population cares about Candace and simultaneously loves Erica. I would like to know. That would be hard to guess, right? Might be a tiny percent of the population.
And care about Turning Point, which I deeply do. And I will make sure that their legacy is not destroyed. And I will...
Legacy is not destroyed. Why would she say those words? Is somebody trying to destroy Turning Point's legacy, Charlie's legacy? That is a good question. Maybe there's an answer to that.
Do everything within my power to help them thrive, including supporting my own kids in forming a Turning Point chapter and going out to AmFest and helping headline that event and encouraging everyone I know within the conservative movement to go and support them and to donate.
Support them and donate. All right. Notice that she's so eager in so many ways. So we have some ingredients. We have the weeks ago. We have she doesn't believe. She is absolutely sure that the TPUSA guys had nothing to do with Charlie Kirk's murder, and she loves them, and she loves Erica, and she has gotten closer to Candace. We have a lot of ingredients now, but let's start with the weeks ago. Today is December 16. Let's say that when she says weeks ago, I think the minimum that we could be talking about here is 2 weeks, right? Let's assume for a moment that the timeline starts around 2 weeks ago, and that would be on December the 2nd, right? So it is just important. It's just so you understand, we understand where are we in terms of the timeline. In December 3rd, it was the day in which Blake Neff spoke in the Charlie Kirk show and through that challenge to Candace Owens, kind of a challenge, say that on December 15, we're going to debunk all the claims of Candace Owens. She is invited to join us on a stage, and we already know that that was under the orders of Erica Kirk. Erica Kirk was the one who was organizing that. She ordered that, essentially. That was on December 3rd. So we also, we have to jump in time to December 10. December 10 is perhaps the most important date here. And that is the date, you remember, when Erica Kirk was in this, it was in Fox News, and she spoke without naming Candace. She told conspiracists to stop, that conspiracists were harming TPUSA and were harming. She said, "You can attack me, but don't attack Turning Point." She said those words. That same day, we are in December 10, Candace Owens on her show mocked Erica Kirk. You remember that was the show that she afterwards posted this clip. A very smug face, really fun show today. Yeah, it's me that Erica's talking about and all that. And it's important to remember that in that show, Candace Owens said explicitly, while mocking Erica, she began mocking Erica, saying, "Oh, Turning Point is your family." She's framing, she's framing herself as the mother of Turning Point. So It's like you cannot attack Turning Point because that would be attacking family. And she had that attitude. I'm not gonna play that clip, but you know, she had like this attitude. She was doing the that is Nedry from Jurassic Park. I have to say, you cannot touch them because they're family. That was Candace Owens mocking Erica Kirk, just asking her to stop because she was literally putting lives at risk, putting people's lives at risk, putting Turning Point's people lives at risk. So this happened on December 10th, and it is unequivocally, it is like all gloves were off. Everybody knew when Erika spoke that she was talking about Candace. If anybody had any doubts about that, when Candace set the record straight, and we need to thank Candace for that, for being so clear. But it was not until December 14, in which we have that clip that I analyzed of Erika telling Candace to stop. That's all I have to say. I have that analysis as well. So this is my question to Megyn Kelly, because this is the part that I don't understand, and this is why I tell you that Megyn Kelly is a coward. She says that she loves the TPUSA guys. And she says, she used the words that I'm sure that they had nothing to do. Let me see. So she said expressly that she loves the Turning Point guys.
But I love the Turning Point guys, and I don't believe for 1 second any of them had anything to do with Charlie's murder. Not for 1 second do I believe that.
So, Megyn, on December 10, you saw it yourself that Erika Kirk told Candace Owens to stop. And guess what? Candace did not stop. The woman that you have been closer to, in your own words, she did not stop. And Erika was very explicit that she was putting lives at risk, especially the TPUSA guys' lives at risk. The same guys that you say that you don't believe for a second they were at risk. And you decided, Megyn, to not say anything about this. You decided to remain silent. You decided to not intervene. You decided to not say anything about this. You understand, for you, my dear body language buddies, the implications of this. Megyn Kelly was completely aware of what was happening, and she said that Erika reached out to her, how long ago? Weeks ago. Let's say that it was 2 weeks ago. So Megyn Kelly already knew this was happening. She already knew this was happening since 2 weeks ago. This has been happening for weeks. Let's say 2 weeks. I'm assuming it's 2 weeks. It could have been 3 weeks because it has been since Charlie Kirk was murdered, what Candace Owens has been doing. And at the same time, she says that, she speaks like, I don't want to take one side or the other. Who is the side, in your words, Megyn, who is trying to destroy Charlie's legacy? Who is the side who is trying to destroy Turning Point? You think that we are like stupid or something? Like Candace Owens and Erika Kirk are both in, I don't know how some people are saying, in a feud? No, it's an unidirectional attack from Candace to Turning Point. That is obvious. Has been obvious for weeks. You know that because Erika asked you to sit down. You reach out to Candace. And at no point in this clip, Megyn Kelly said that, since I grew more closer to Candace, and in light of this contradiction of loving the TPUSA guys but not caring about them, when Candace said, I'm going to keep doing this on December 10, that is a contradiction. Then what are you afraid of, Megyn? Are you afraid of Candace Owens? Are you afraid of Candace Owens fans? I don't know. I'm just asking questions. That's how they say. It is interesting because it is impressive the way that she even uses these vague terms, as in, oh, I just got them together and, well, they were working out things until they hit a roadblock. These vague terms. They did not hit a roadblock. They call it. There was this very public display of Erica telling Candace to stop and Candace saying, I'm not going to stop. Do you think that was a roadblock? Do you think that you could have done something, said something? And you might be asking, why are you going against Megyn Kelly in all this? I shouldn't be going against Megyn Kelly. I used to respect her work. I used to respect her as a professional. But it is obvious that if you have a platform, you have a responsibility. And if you see that it's like this domino, that elections depend on votes, and Turning Point moves votes. And if a Turning Point is destroyed or donation stops because the Ranch podcaster said, stop donations because we don't know where the money is going, you think that is nice? And Megyn Kelly is invited to Turning Point events, which makes it the more hypocritical. And there's this threat of people not donating, of people thinking that Turning Point is this kind. Again, I already made my stance about all this very clear in the past couple of videos. Yes, it should be scrutinized. No, there should be personal attacks or putting people in danger, which is what Candace Owens has been doing. And you, Megyn Kelly, have the platform and the clout and the people and the followers to make a stance, make some kind of weight over this, as Matt Walsh did. Bit late, but he did. As, so many conservative voices have said in their own style. Maybe I don't share Tim Pool's approach to this. I also have my reasons of only recently have posted my video, my stance about Candace Owens. But you, Megyn, you say that you knew this weeks ago. You knew about all this weeks ago, and you decided to not do anything about that. Even if you saw what was happening, they hit a roadblock, and you were rowing closer to Candace. How can you combine the two things and not have a contradiction? How couldn't you, with your friend that you had become closer to, I don't know, speak some kind of common sense into her? Again, it only points that you're afraid of something. I don't know what it is. I'm pretty sure it must be either Candace Owens. Does Candace Owens have some kind of dirt on you? Some messages or something? I don't know. Or Candace Owens followers? Which can be quite intense and deranged. I'm just asking questions. And I would like you to tell me what you think about this in the comments. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the Body Language Guy. Much love and bliss.